So one of the violations that should never happen is a driver that does not have their ELD documents and they're able to produce them to the DOT officer. We sort of have this attitude that the manual is inside the ELD and the driver should be able to find it, and you know that's really not the case. So we need to make it as easy as possible on the driver to find the required documents. And in this video, I'm going to go over what those required documents are and how to organize your truck binder. You should have a binder in your truck that has all of the required documents for your driver to present to a DOT officer during a roadside inspection. So what I always say is have a notebook, get these plastic sleeves that you see here on this slide, and make sure that you have it organized. And the other thing is, and I see this a lot when I do truck inspections when I'm at different terminals, make sure that you're looking at this truck binder on a regular basis, and don't rely just on your driver to go, oh, the binder is up to date and correct. You need to have a manager to go through this and make sure, okay, once a month I'm going to go through the binder, make sure everything is there and that I have everything that I need for a roadside inspection. One of the best things that I can tell you to do in addition to the binder and those plastic sleeves is to put in a table of contents. Think about your driver's pulled over. It's raining or it's cold or it's extremely hot and the DOT officer is trying to get to, the cab card or the insurance card or the IFTA or the ELD manual. You want to make it very simple for your driver to have the notebook, have the table of contents, look at the table of contents and go, oh, on page 12 is where our ELD manual is. The officer opens up the notebook, they see it, and they go, oh, this driver is very well organized, and I know I'm not going to have any problems with this. Looks like all your documents are in order, driver. So it just eliminates all of those questions, all of that situation where a driver is, it's around here somewhere. I think it's up here or there. It's just going to end badly for your driver, and they're going to get violations if they're having to hunt around for this stuff. So make it super simple for them. I tell folks to take a Sharpie marker and on those plastic sleeves, just number them. It doesn't need to be anything fancy, just 1, 2, 3, all the way through. And just make sure that you are checking your binders on a regular basis to make sure that they're up to date and current. So the first required document, and there is a regulation to this, and I'm not going to bore you with the regulation details, but your driver will receive a roadside violation if they cannot produce a ELD manual if they are asked for one. It is in the ELD tablet, and sometimes there's 14 different levels that you got to go to get to that. And I don't want you to rely on that for your driver to produce this manual. So I get asked all the time, is it the full manual? Is it the quick start guide manual? Is it, the safest thing is to have the full manual. And the other thing I want to tell you, as a manager, it is your job to review your ELD's manual to understand what's in it. If you are talking to your driver on the phone, or safety is, or the dispatcher is, or even the mechanic, that they can go, oh, to do this, you just need to go to page such and such on the ELD manual. Quit leaving it to your drivers to try to figure this out. I hear this all the time where a driver goes, I'm not good with technology. I'm not good with, this tablet, and this is ridiculous that I have to use this, or, whatever the excuse is. Make it easy for them to navigate their ELD and the manual. So the conversation is they're having trouble with the ELD. Maybe they don't know how to certify their log or whatever. And you are on the phone with them. Hey, pull your truck binder out. let's get the manual out. Turn to page 15. That's where the log certification is. There's screenshots in there to show you how to do this. Of course, you want to cover this in the onboarding process, but this is the kind of stuff that will really help your driver on avoiding roadside violations. The next document that you must have, and there is a regulation for this, is the DOT transfer instructions. And what I always tell people is figure out in the manual, is it inside the ELD manual? Then get that out of that manual and laminate it. Just put it in your truck as a laminated card in the front sleeve of your truck binder, because this is going to happen the most frequent during a roadside is, hey, I need you to transfer the logs. Hold on a second. Let me pull my laminated sheet out with the DOT instructions, and I will just follow the prompts on these instructions. Again, make it super simple for your drivers to transfer the logs. Obviously teach them how to do it, but they get nervous. You know, they're under the gun trying to do this. There is nothing wrong during a roadside inspection to say, hold on, officer, I have the DOT instructions here, and let me pull them up, and let me just follow the instructions, and I will transfer these to you. The next document that has a regulation that is required to be in your truck is ELD malfunction instructions. This is something that you type up yourself. It's whatever your instructions are, but basically what you want is something that states, dear driver, if you encounter an ELD malfunction, you are to move to paper logs and notify management, safety, dispatch, the owner, whoever that they need to notify that a ELD malfunction occurred. Then have them move to a paper log and follow those instructions. That's all the ELD malfunction instructions are. And just make sure that it is on a separate document inside of your truck binder. The last document that you're required to have in your truck is 8 days worth of blank logs. And the only logbook that you can use is the one approved by Line Haul. And it is OP-129. You can get it in the Line Haul office. There's usually a file cabinet or something, you know, at the window or whatever, that you can just go get a whole book. Get the whole book. Put it inside of your tractor binder and make sure that you have it to say, you know, this is where this book always is. This is a game that I do during truck inspections when I go to different hubs and terminals. I, you know, will have a manager or an AO that is up in the truck, and I'll go, show me the blank logbook. And it's not in the truck binder, and they start looking around. They're looking in the overhead, they're looking in the door, you know, it's supposed to be in here, I know it's supposed to be in here. Again, make it easy for your driver to find these documents. And if it's, you know, because it's a book and it's up in an overhead or something, they may not find it during a roadside easily. So make sure that you put it in the sleeve inside the truck binder so that the driver knows where those logs are when they need them. And again, they cannot use paper logs from a truck stop. They can't use, you know, any other log other than these. If a driver uses a log other than these, you're going to have them redo the entire log, which is a big waste of time, and you don't want to do that. So just make sure you have the right logs in there and make sure that your drivers use this whenever there is an ELD malfunction.